Same with the lobby, so second hand. Same with the floor.
Everyone. Just a second.
What?
Oh,
there it is. Alright, give me 1 second. I'm bringing it there.
Huh?
What? It's all clear now.
So then...
So then...
Just a second.
Man didn't give a phone game. YouTube myself.
What the... No way!
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time.
Stuff, you know, it's covered in pink, my dude.
What'd you find?
I found the body.
Oh, of who?
Good for me. Shame that you look on.
I'm gonna be more like an NBA.
Are you okay with this? So then... Sorry.
Robo Justice, eh? Robo Justice.
Everybody died today, boy.
No. Why you laid out? Just knock that dude. Nigga, that big ass hand. Maybe Lionheart, hammer down.
What? What?
What? Hey!
I see.
Damn.
Oh. Indeed.
What did you say? Come on.
What? Hey!
I'm getting a vibe.
Indeed.
What did you say? Why?
Huh?
Hina.
No way! No!
Hina. What?
Well, huh?
Damn. Bastard!
Huh?
Damn.
I knew that was gonna happen. That was that's a pointless play. I knew his body.
This is...
Huh?
Stop talking.
Huh?
Not possible.
Huh? Well, it is so.
That's fine.
Let's see.
That's right.
Let's see.
Perhaps.
Okay. Okay. So what is it?
In other words,
I have my... See, I have a part, but I'm missing a few steps because I don't know how the body's disappearing.
What? Investigation's about to start.
I know those hammers came from the sculpture. They're just painted over.
So then,
Now, in a couple minutes, we have to go.
but
Just for like a couple minutes because I have to run in the mall real quick. I already know what I have to get. It's just I have to just run in the mall.
'cause I mean,
Hina.
And
huh?
I'm not sure if my internet's bad or what. I just need to get a new pair of headphones. Is everyone on stream?
Yeah.
So you watch. Okay, no more closer.
Oh my goodness.
Man, I want to put spoilers in the chat. Oh man. I know the game top to bottom. It's just this is his first time playing.
come on.
Indeed.
Goodbye.
There's something.
That's in the artwork.
Did you know what part I was on?
Because as soon as you said, where is that again? That's when Jack is. That's what he said. Anything weird happening? I'm sorry. If you
A
can hear
body
my dog.
has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Monokuma file! What?
Stop talking.
Punishment is waiting for you. See ya later!
What the heck? That's terrible! Who would do this? Why? Why?
She didn't realize she could get inside of the so the reason that he outside of it just walking out. Finally she figured out, she's like, oh.
He's alive again?
What the hell?
Where am I?
Yeah, I have to go for like a few minutes.
Cold.
Because I have to
So
take them all apart.
cold. Is winter coming?
Hifumi! Wake up!
Huh? That's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
Alright, I'll be back in
I
a couple
remember.
minutes.
Everything.
Just
Before
gotta run in and
I
run
met
back
you.
out.
I met you all.
So, I'll see you in a couple minutes. Hopefully this is
The light, it's
Yeah.
reaching out
This ain't never
to
gonna
me
happen.
like the tail
I'll go.
of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember. Their name. Yasu.
Honestly,
Stop talking.
then perhaps...
So, in other words,
What is this?
that's fine.
Indeed.
Very strange.
Well. Perhaps. Monokuma appears! Yep.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become black?
So you ask. And so each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
In other words, so then, Phew.
So, in other words,
Well? Extreme! Well now.
So there's two people. You just gave me that answer.
However,
Indeed. So, what? You SOB! Huh? You've gotta be kidding! What the heck? What? Yep. What are you saying? Let's see.
so then.
It's all clear now.
So then. However... However...
So,
So, in other words, what? What? I see. That's enough. Goodbye.
Let's see. Yes, indeed. Indeed.
It's all clear now. Goodbye.
Just a second. Okay.
I mean... Huh? Oh, hey, Makoto. Huh?
Right.
Don't be mean!
What? Well... It's nothing. Hey. And?
I mean... Huh? Let me out of here! Got it all wrong!
It would seem...
So then... Honestly... Is that okay? Could it be... That's terrible! Just the worst.
What?
That's right.
What the heck?
Please!
What are you saying?
What the heck?
Okay. Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume. Just a second.
But...
Honestly.
What the heck?
Just the worst. That's terrible.
What?
Oh. Then perhaps... What the heck?
What the heck? What?
Just the worst.
Wait! Huh? How about that?
So then,
I'm at least 30% right!
correct.
Wait!
What the heck?
Oh, so... Hey...
Just the worst.
So,
Huh?
Don't be mean!
Just a second.
No way! Please!
What the heck? Just the worst.
Please!
What are you saying?
What?
Makoto. It would seem... Why is that? Anyway... Shall we go? Hey. Correct. Hey. Anyway... So then... I knew it. I see. Hey. Whew. So then... That's right. In other words... However... Makoto. Because... Hey. Is that right? So then... Indeed. That's right. Indeed. Why is that? Hey. So... However... Is that right? So... Hey. So then... Hey. Is that right?
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life. And so, with no further... Everyone, please meet at the usual... Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school.
It would seem... Shall we go?
Monokuma appears! Wrong. Boy, tough crowd.
Stop talking.
Okay. Hey! Hey!
Let's go.
Please!
What the heck?
What the heck?
Hey.
That's right.
I have an idea who the culprit could be. Now that my pieces of my head are piecing it together, that's why I've been silent so much, because I've been piecing it together, and I think I got it. Something on the line. Cause Celeste, she was always there to give us something every time she would have came up.
Just the what?
What?
Come on.
Yoo-hoo! Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, if you can figure out who, then I'll punish it. Now then.
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed...
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence, blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know!
she's going way too high. She's never this active.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
It's not true! It's a
Hero, why?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are.
It's not true! It's
Hero, why?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room.
Shoot!
Everything we found in the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all...
No, it's wrong!
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at it's the note that Hero wrote. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So, Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he is not the only one. I think Hero is innocent as well.
What? Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
So? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
I got it! Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found...
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense! You just said...
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption! And what reason do you have to make such a statement?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
I got it! I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right? So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the doll. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken? Huh? Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch.
Is this real? I refuse to give up yet.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. I cannot agree.
This should prove it. If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room, and as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious. As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over. Then you could push the dolly no problem. So the killer just crouched down and carted the body off to the repository?
If you accept everything we just said, then you must realize that whoever was in the suit couldn't...
Sorry, I don't think I realize anything.
As we know, and from there...
Yeah, the cop then loaded it on...
Now, keep in mind...
Well, yeah, all you'd have to do is bend over.
No, it's wrong!
That's wrong.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember? When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Shoot! A gun! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right!
So, it's really, really true that Robo-Justice couldn't have moved the doll?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of if whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said? So long as those facts exist, the proper the individuals inside the suit and the culprit are one and the
Yeah.
Hold on a sec!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it before we rush to a verdict. Shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover some—
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with 4 of us gathered together. We waited there for quite a while. That was around 8.
And as soon as we split up,
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and he was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
And then, at that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toka. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, and that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor.
meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the... But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising. We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room. So... But when we got there, we discovered that the next thing we knew, we were... And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka. So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was... We already know what Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Shoot!
So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was... We already know what order they were killed in.
Shoot!
So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was... We already know what order Taka came last.
What makes you say?
Because of the number...
It's true that Hifumi, while Taka's death...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, regarding... I wonder if he... Or perhaps it was... We already know what order the Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was while Taka's death came from a swing.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died. Before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
No, that's wrong! Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as they're numbered. If anything, that's just another way the kill.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Oh, Phil. Oh, dang.
I refuse to give up yet!
So, longer than I thought. Turns out the mall and a lot of other stores very much overcharge for headphones.
Why are you getting headphones?
Because my gaming hair is fine. But like my actual non-gaming hair, the cushions are like tearing and like the speakers going. So I had to. Alright, so.
Well, I'm already halfway done it. I'm on my friend. I'm on my trial.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Now I understand. I got it. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing.
It must have gotten broken with.
I'm not piecing together like who, like how they were moved. I think now I'm getting it. Like, the person I'm suspecting is the person that kept talking.
So if it wasn't broken after,
and that would be.
But if that's true,
And before sleep, that's right. Taka was that
Robo
simple
Death
fact slipped past all. We made the wrong assumption.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the
Which
numbers
made
on
us
that
all
way.
gathered
now,
into one
if
area.
because when he was
So
killed,
Taka was
we
killed
hadn't met up in the dining
So
hall yet.
Taka was killed first. That means Hifumi. So it's like, I mean, we moved to the
that may be true in the case of
and
Ide. All of our alibis
always
still
used to
hold true
disappear.
for Hifumi's
and
death.
needed somewhere.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Why did you come with 50%?
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together.
And a sticker.
What, beat? You got beat?
Then we all ran down to the nurse's
I
office,
couldn't afford those.
and that's where we found his body. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the ticket?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room. And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the... At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Oh, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the...
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said... His body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What?
If the dead body were to move itself.
The dead body moved on its own?
No!
He wasn't
Not
dead
another...
yet.
Ghost!
Well, he lives. He was delirious.
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
He spoke before he actually died. So he could have just been knocked out.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery. Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found there's a chance he was
No. It is in Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovery. Hifumi's dead body had been, and that is...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No, that's wrong! Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
No, that's wrong.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if two bodies had been found, there really should have been two announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together
that's
into
not
one.
something he would do.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Exactly.
I got it! We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the two bodies. It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the then it should become clear whether he was
This whole thing is pointless.
And plus, I'm thinking more about Celeste is, think about it, Celeste character as a whole, with the passive.
Well, here's one thing we do know.
Did not said very little. But now all of a sudden she wants to talk a lot. And she's really engaged and and the fact that she sounded when they was following Robo Justice. She sounded concerned. She showed emotion. A Celeste we haven't seen before. She was like as cold as the girl Makoto likes. Kyoko. Or on dead bodies. She didn't think anything of it. But of course now, randomly, she gets some human in her. Scared, maybe?
The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
Easy.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
That's wrong.
No, it's wrong.
I caught that before it went around the side.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
I caught that right before
When
you
we found
like
Hifumi
tried.
in the nurse's
Before
office,
we went around it once, I was like, wait, that's definitely wrong.
But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Oh, I'm doing a trial.
A bitch. Why is it
I
almost
got
there?
It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear.
We're doing a lot of evidence. A lot of evidence was found.
This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
Oh, how you remember that?
I
Out of all
highly
things.
doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying...
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
I think Kennedy dead. It's off the top of your head, since it's kind of proven now that he's Kennedy dead. What do you think that was?
Oh, he pretended? I don't really think he pretended. I don't think anyone would pretend. I'm pretty sure. Hey, he was either knocked out and woke up the loot, whatever. Because one doesn't pretend to be dead while people are talking around.
I think you're on the mic.
Pretend to be dead while while people are talking around you. He has he had nothing to gain from that, from playing dead. It's not like he was hiding from Lord Justice. Kihiro, Akahina, and Celeste were all in the room, and they all had to say something. So he would know their voices.
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
Wait.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means, when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who'd just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
That means he killed Taka, which it makes sense why he was playing dead to hide the body.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
He would still be alive. That means in the time he went and stashed the body, unlocked the door, somebody was there and hit him over the head with a hammer. Someone.
There's more?
Well, the door was only able to be locked and unlocked from inside, meaning somebody was probably waiting for it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
They're waiting
The single
waiting
biggest
till he
fact
was
pointing to his involvement
done,
has
and when he
yet to be
unlocked the
revealed.
door,
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
they were waiting.
The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
Oh, I know who it is.
It's Hifumi, you'll spare.
Right.
It's Junko, obviously. You'll spare.
Yes, definitely.
You're talking about
I
the
know
note
it is.
Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now.
Yeah, right. Forget about the
Take
pants.
a look at what the note says.
I don't like people digging people's pants. Weird. Like, I don't know, like, you mean his pockets or like his actual pants?
I imagine if he'd be trying to actually hide it, I would actually hide it in my pants.
That means Kyoko went in there touching. No.
I feel like they would have actually used the term pocket if it was in his pocket.
True. That dude dug it in his pants. But it wouldn't really stay in your pants unless you stuck it in your undergarments. But
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go.
yeah.
Pants did look kind of tight. Possible.
But you would see the bulge if it was stuffed in his. If there, no, but it was rolled up in a ball. Because if his pants are that tight and you stick it in, yeah, we're going too deep in the pants situation. Chill.
It's a little different. In my note it said,
Zeph back into his pants.
Monokuma can't find
my
out,
detective
so
skills are
don't
going
tell
too
anyone
bad.
else for
Too
now.
whack, too
Let's
whack.
meet in the rec
Alright.
room at 1 a.m.
See, then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro, and that person could only have been...
Hifumi, huh?
I got it!
He
That's
got
right.
in touch with the pants. I
The
guess.
killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy! Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right? Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time? Huffy had the note, right? And the person it was intended for...
This one's was funny.
Yeah, his pants. I'm like, oh, I guess. Hold on. Oh, yeah.
Guy number 2. Guy number 2 has 4 hands.
But remember what the note said.
And at the very
What
end,
time did it say to me?
Who's the mansion behind all this?
6 a.m.
Or Dark David.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok! Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to me?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
No, that's wrong! No, there absolutely is a connection.
Now, see, when she said TikTok, the first thing that popped in my head was Junkrat. TikTok, TikTok, I gotta win.
I heard Kesha. TikTok on the spot.
Oh, that works, that works.
What the hell are you talking about?
Old song.
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Seemed like he clenched a piece of it.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note...
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from its death grip.
Right? Like, you guys are all eyes
leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
I would have put that together as I found both notes. I would have been like, oh wow, this thing's together. It's a saved note. Let's put this together.
That he was... Whoa.
Yeah.
You
After
see,
seeing
these
all
kids
this,
are supers.
Hifumi was
Like,
super involved in this whole thing for sure.
Ultimates? They must, I guess, none ultimate in education. Because all these people are stupid.
In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
That dude's dead as
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
Dead as hell. He's still alive right now. He's dead as hell. You thought.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Dang.
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah. Because, I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's
helped
back
out
in there
for
good
once,
and
man.
tight.
Was that one time a show?
He's right, though.
One trick pony?
I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
That's why one was wet,
So the
because one
question
washed
is,
it off.
How could the
Boom,
culprit...
I'm figuring these on
I
as
have, so
the
which
same.
hammer was
Let's
used to...
go.
Those were accounted for in other rooms too.
Is it not possible they used a
please,
different
let me switch
weapon?
places.
I don't think it is possible.
With
They were both killed with the same kind.
So then...
Any of them. I'm like, alright, just washed off. Boom. Boom! I'll be like, massive cat arguments. I'll be sitting down chilling. Alright.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3?
No.
Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
No.
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice
for more info.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers. And...
You're wrong.
No, it's wrong. The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris, but for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean. And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used the hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him.
Charles,
The way the graduation rule
I'm pretty sure you've done it because that was a stupid thing to say.
So the idea...
And the fact that you knew exactly where the bodies were. Please tell me. She was the first one to say, oh, they're in the repository. I'm like, well, how would you know that so fast? Because, oh, wait. Shit. Oh, look at shit. Yeah, about that.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
That's impossible.
Based on the rules that have been, even if more than one, only the one who actually carried out, assuming the rule holds true, it is simply...
That is how the...
But that only really applies if there's one. In this case, however, there were two murders.
Or not. I guess it's not impossible that two murders, you know.
Based on the rules that have been, even if more than one, only the one who actually carried out the, assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on.
That is how the rule works.
But that only really applies if there's one. In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one, only the one who actually carried, assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on
Okay, or not. I know where this is going. Please tell me. Just give me it, please.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us,
I know exactly
even
where this is
if
going.
more than one
But
person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true,
I hit
it
the
is
thing
simply
and it made me
impossible
not.
that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Oh, fucking shit.
Based on the rules that have been, even if more than one, only the one who actually, assuming the rule holds true, it is...
Oh, man! That shit was backwards, too. No! It's so trash!
Since
I would have said it either way. You could have corrected Kyoko, or you could have corrected this one. Alright, get out of here. Please stop.
If there'd only been one murder,
It's impossible to have two murders. Boom. That's a break. Oh, two murders impossible. Alright, get this out of here.
Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
I would correct the Kyoko just to prove her wrong. Yeah, it's a multiple two murders because
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme.
two murders to become.
There's
I
no
guess
point in being someone's accomplice if there's no
technically,
benefit
yes
to you.
and no, because you can murder two people like that, like this situation. Yeah, you can murder two different people. I guess if there's more dialogue to it, then she would be wrong.
However,
But
if there were some potential mutual reward for the
if
risk,
there was like
then
two
cooperation becomes
murderers
possible.
and they both escape or both black, and that'd be alright.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering
But I'm
Taka.
pretty sure whatever had Kafumi, it was not about what the thing was. The thing that made them commit the murders. What are those things called? The means to do it. You know, like the tape before. What was it?
Yeah.
What are they called?
The motive.
The motive. Hifumi had nothing to do with the motive of this one. So it would have to be someone that likes money. Seeing that.
Well, let me just say, it's not always just the motive. There's sometimes more to it.
Like,
They made him
it just
carry
makes
out the
sense
first
that
murder, so he couldn't
Hifumi had
back out of
nothing to do
helping
with
them
the
later
motive.
on.
It had to be someone had to trick him, giving him a different motive to do it.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person
But
committing
seeing
multiple
that-
murders.
Yeah, like it would make no sense for Hifumi to go with that motive because money would.
Someone else probably gave it.
Instead,
Yeah.
each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it
It
only
either
looked
could
like
be-
one person because that a single suspicious individual,
What's his name?
a similar weapon used, and by creating
Here,
one
could
seamless
be.
set of circumstances, they made it look like one
Yeah.
The
person.
mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan.
Damn straight. Alright, now you guys are getting it
You
started.
think so? I can't help but admire its cunning.
I respect it more from you.
Still,
Alright, now we all know you like kill. It's all good.
I
not Man
understand
Crush
how an
Monday,
accomplice
dude.
could be
Chill.
involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
This movie's definitely Celeste.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
So I'm the suspicious individual now. I really do hate this kind of joke.
A
joke?
Take the death.
I
Take the
want-
death.
So what you are saying then is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit from brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Oh yes, and you broke the accent.
Pardonnez-moi.
just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
Thank God, Miyagi. There you go. You were claiming your honor.
Just trash talking.
I got it!
Thank you. You
The
were claiming
behavior
your
they had in
master's
common
honor.
has to
Thank
do
you,
with this. The
Lord.
only ones who ever actually saw Robo-Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said? we headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
she let out a blood-curdling scream.
And when we'd all come to see what was wrong...
Thank you, Byakuya. There you go. Smacking the facts in. She would have been dead if I was there, but... I would have just laid the facts down and just had everyone odd and be like, yep, well,
once she'd done her
dead.
job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
I just laid down the facts. I've been like, well, you know, Sus was the only person that knew where the bodies were to begin with. And the fact that this. And you're dead. But, and my final words would be, and I knew you were going to kill somebody. And you're dead.
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Final words. Final words right there. I knew you were gonna kill somebody.
If Celeste and
you're going to die. Let's go.
And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
More like Princess Peach just being inconvenienced by being taken to another castle.
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead, Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Hina,
keep it together.
You were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I do, I'm still using it.
I have no idea what you mean.
Fuck off. Take the
Don't
death.
bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing. I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
She was the only person to know where they were. Byakuya, point it out. Point it out, my dude. Alright, that was just overkill. I would have been, you are the only one.
They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
I hope I don't remember that. No backing it up.
Shoot!
I hate these controls. I hate this like whole system.
Almost said they must really
Spell it out. I know what it
the sight
is.
of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just and that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
The fact
All
that
I
she's
said was they must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said was they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this.
It's what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Thank you.
All I said was they must really be enjoying the sight of us standing up. They must be positively. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those.
No, that's wrong.
No. He thought for a piece of the same shit.
That's right.
I swear.
There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Just repeat. Alright, man. Right. Do you have ears, my dude? Do you have them? Because that was clearly already stated. That was unneeded.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the
that was the
equipment
most
room for
useless
herself.
type of truth book I've ever
So
seen.
how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imagination.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging
They were definitely
Hifumi
working
away?
together, and that's no one in that suit.
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then...
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into.
You could be knocked out right
I
now.
happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Or it could be Hifumi dragging him in the lot.
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
This is unnecessary. Kill her. No, it's the other way around. I knew that was odd. The way he was holding him. He's carrying him because he's way taller than that suit. It's on his back.
I got it! It's not a picture of the
This is
suspect.
unnecessary.
I would
I
say
would
it's a
kill that.
picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
Yep. They're dancing.
The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd...
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Let's see this lie. Let's see. I got 3 bullets here.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
And the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
That's stupid. Wrong. I still don't know what bullet it is, but I think it's this costume.
You dressed me up in that suit after
Because,
then
you
just
know,
draped you tried to make me look like
if you were somewhat drugged standing up, you would have to stay standing up because the suit doesn't bend at the waist.
Stand up straight like that.
No,
Wrong! Am I wrong? They're trying to cover it up. Suit doesn't bend at the waist, my dude. Killer.
Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious,
I'll be sitting
they
with
could
my
still
fold
stand
up
up
chair
like
just
that.
sitting there like, wrong.
Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain
stand up straight.
characteristic.
Damn. You tried, my dude. You
That's
tried.
right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Because if it didn't have that standing up waist thing, then that means, you know how hard it is to make a body stand up? And one person couldn't do that. First off, you need 3 people, because you need someone to hold them up and take the picture. Alright.
Well then,
Kill her.
I suppose this is checkmate.
And when they even say like the biggest thing.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate? So clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi... When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
Oh, but yo, your fucking accent's going all over the place. Please stick to one.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Right, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
I got it! That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Except for serious.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance.
Don't talk.
Now isn't that a convenient explanation?
You take that L. Don't talk. Take that L.
No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say?
Do you mind handing over your handbook for a second?
You take your false accusations so
Because,
far. I don't know.
your real name,
on.
dude?
Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I? What? I think I
losing your shit,
the
my
right
dude.
to be a little on edge.
You losing your shit.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and
Hand him
over?
the handbook. Hand him the handbook. Hand it.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's
Time you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right?
Oh, I did?
Monokuma told us all about it before.
Right. No, it's still on air, so I have no idea.
My friends also like kind of like
Maybe. I just got
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
I guess after I'm done, we can see if we can.
That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
so bad. Where's our bag open chip? Like what? I could close. Going for it. You know how nasty that really is, though? Yeah. He's putting on some random guy's blood. Nah, he got it.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I guess. Correct. This is a kill number 3. I hate these comic book things. I don't know how you wouldn't see that coming, but I guess.
Yes.
Wait, you said it was around. Well, I'm gonna try this and see what happens. I didn't complete it.
Here's exactly what happened. Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder.
Stop that one. Whoa. First thing, so...
Is there anything you can find that?
Ready to that? Alright. Please, how did the killer recruit their accomplice? Seduction. kind of him is that? It hit me shit. The only thing I would think would be like push the other camera, but no, it has to be used there because oh yeah, they come. What could that shit have been? Wait. That's right.
The killer is you! Before anything, the killer persuaded
Dude, what the f could that shit be? I don't understand.
Maybe it's him, like sweating. Picture of him. Picture of Zephen.
Then that means I have to change this one. Something else. These Japanese reading right to left is messing with my mind. Damn it all.
Here's exactly what happened. Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help care.
Really?
Yeah, because that would say it's valid for that.
With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the wreck.
Sorry I couldn't help you sooner.
That someone named the murderous duo intended to pass Hero off as the They drove. Next, Hifumi positioned while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hero. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Could it be the watch and he checks it?
Most of it. Yeah.
Alright, let me change this. Where did I put it? That must be the bloody. Yeah, that must be the watch.
Here's
that should
exactly
be good,
what
and that's my last chance, so.
And then finally, at 6 a.m.,
Oh,
they moved into the
sorry,
murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Yep.
The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, The killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the live. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2. With these two incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office, and once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them.
She was the person that made it look real.
And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
the hell is that about? Like what?
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words?
Look at you talking shit. Like,
They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no, Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Hey!
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no, I suppose this is the end. Isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened?
I love how he like makes a spiel, but like she clearly said, I'm
Will
ready.
you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be?
Nah, I wouldn't even allow this to happen. If I was the one to kill myself, like, I mean to get killed, I would just have a knife and just like kill myself. Nah, it's like, you thought. Like, I'm not dying in no brutal fashion. Nope, you can catch me outside. How about that? I would've killed my damn self. Those kitchen knives are waiting. Like, someone took one before. I'd be like, nah. I'd be like, yep, it was me. You got it. Like, took their own life. Oh, I foiled his plans too. I'll be Monica with you and not get the satisfaction of killing me. Nor I'll be killed in ultimate despair. No, get out of here. I'm killing my damn self.
So then.
Indeed.
Say what?
Just a second. In other words.
Indeed.
I see.
I knew it!
Actually.
What?
Are you okay with this?
She's lying right here.
So then.
She only likes one shoe.
Damnation!
Alright, come on up, Leia.
Say what?
As for me.
Oh.
As for me.
Oh my god, he abused me. Oh man.
Damnation!
Oh wow. Now look at that big spiel, look at that lie. Look at it.
Oh yeah, she's the queen of lies.
Look at, and that nigga believed it. He's gullible as fuck.
She hit alter ego and then hid the whole spiel about how apparently abused her and threatened her. That never happened.
Most unfortunate.
Oh man, look at that lie. I guess.
What?
Indeed. Honestly.
Look at that. She's egging him on. He's allowing it.
No, you can't even on the microphone.
I swear I will.
Actually.
Leia, stop. No, Leia, you can't eat that. Oh my god.
I see.
You do disgust me. Fuck.
Indeed.
You disgust me.
You disgust me too. You scum. Using someone else's love for another person. Somebody. I would have got up and pimp slapped her.
But
Pimp slap. Dude. Take it like a champ.
Let's see.
Well.
Are you okay with?
weird. If she broke the accent, it would turn natural, like, talking things, like the next 16 line still in the accent.
My sound just totally came out, so I don't even hear anybody. It's
so in the end,
my sound just like it's completely gone. No. Alright, wait, what? Everything went out. Hold on.
It's just on your side, because I still hear everything.
Everything went out. It's so crazy. Oh, I had to like replug my HDMI.
Okay.
What the heck? Well,
I should like everybody feeling stronger. Like the fucking talent so stronger.
Don't be mean!
I wonder about that.
Why?
What the heck?
But...
You little bitch! Hey! You little bitch! This is fine. Honestly. As for me, isn't it wonderful?
Bruh. Alright. Uh-huh. Another point. I made it. I called it. I did. I did. Your stream's gonna catch up. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm at that part right now.
I had it. So like vampires in the beginning. I said she looks like she's like a vampire.
This is fine.
A vampire. Nah, just like a vampire. The way she is and the way her thing is.
There is nothing to be done.
The vampires are real. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah.
Just the worst.
Oh my god. It feels so good.
Oh. Do you understand?
But bitch, I should kill you my damn.
What is
Get that
this?
ass over here. Get that ass. That ass.
Yes, indeed. Isn't it wonderful?
Hey.
Marie Antoinette.
Chills! Kills! Now then, I
Big Mom
prepared
come
a
enter like
very
a fly.
special punishment!
Jump my boot and go ham on
Let's
the
give it everything we've got! It's
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then... Take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Ooh, you punk. I bet you sounded like you were actually gonna feel something. You punk. Kill him. Everyone else seemed to repent for what they've done. Everyone but you must die. I love how his executioner's hood on. That's funny.
But I feel like you're gonna find the ending on this one very funny.
That's funny. He has the little executioner's cap that they did in those old days when they were either hitting the switch to the guillotine, chopping out the heads.
I kept saying she looked like a witch because this execution is inspired by the Versailles witch trials where they appeared before the stake.
Don't burn the thing! Don't though, she gets killed by a fire truck. She get killed by a fire truck. Alright, that's a hit and run. Straight up. Hit by a fire truck.
That's how fire trucks work.
Yep, that's how they work. I'm pretty sure that's how they work. You just drive straight into the fire. Nah, it'd have been better if he had a truck, like a Mack truck. Dude, killed by hit and run.
Extreme!
No.
What are you gonna do?
Kyoko, Sakura, Hina, Hiro, Toko, and Yaku.
Let me out of here!
Too bad! What?
So then... You...
Ooh!
Hey.
Ooh! How exciting! Hello. Well... See ya later!
So...
Huh?
Hey,
Indeed.
Now, I can't recall. Was it this trial that
Hey.
that Kyoko just went missing for a while?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
So...
Come on. What? Goodbye.
Well then.
Yo!
Okay.
Also, do you think there's a spy?
Well, yes, after the thing I saw after the second trial.
Shall we go?
I'm sorry, your microphone's lagging. What was that?
After what I've seen in this, after the second trial was over, yes, I do think it's,
So then,
Who do you think it is?
I don't know. I think it is.
You really came. So.
however, what? Indeed. What? It's true. That's fine.
Just some gay shit right here.
Correct.
Low, the only bathroom that has a purpose.
Correct.
Just not reading anything. What's up, man?
That was a Macho Man Randy Savage, by the way.
Oh yeah!
He just like flopped you.
It's time to do a Slim Jim!
He just flopped you.
From the grave! You gotta try harder than that, boy! I know you like books. It's like a money of books. Reading's the finest.
Time unknown. Green.
You're in the Twilight Zone.
The hell?
Oh, baby.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
Oh, dang. Seven. To be continued. I'm gonna end my stream there. The end of chapter 3, dude.